Hi YouTubers, continuing on with the frost ice protection heater circuit project, whatever you like to call it. One of the problems I'm having is trying to simulate the test conditions, because my 12 volt power supply source is in the shed and I've got no way of going down to low temperatures easily. Yeah, I don't know quite how to do this, so bear with me while I come up with some ideas. Correction on the controller: when it is, I can't even say it, when it is powered off, it does retain its settings. I didn't think it did. So when the supply is removed, whatever you've set it to for the temperature to come on and off, it retains it in its memory. So I got that completely wrong. And as I say, I'm trying to simulate test conditions with a heater. So I don't need to have the heater connected for this, because it's a relay in there. And this light comes on when it's there's a 12 volt output. So I'm going to disconnect it and see if I can rig this up somehow in the kitchen to do a test. Okay, got it set up now. It's just reading roughly room temperature. And let's just check. Okay, it switches the heater on at -2. Just check that again. Yeah, the heater comes on at -2. That's that. And the heater switches off at +2. That's a 4-degree difference. So let's put the probe in the freezer and see what happens. Right, the temperature's going down. It's gone under +2, and it should switch the heater on when it gets to -2 degrees. There you go, hear it click. Okay, so it's now, the heater would be on. Right, let's get the probe out the freezer and do it the opposite way. Open the freezer door, pull the probe out. Alright, it's coming. Okay. Hey, and the heater's gone off. So the controller works fine. Right, I'm going to let it stabilise. We can disconnect the power supply. Just to recap. Let's hold that down a minute. -2 it's set to. Okay, so if I disconnect the battery, that's it, all the power's off to the controller. And I'm going to reconnect it. I have to switch the camera off then to reconnect it, and let's see if it saved its settings. That's -2. +2. Yes! Saved its settings. So that's good. That test looks pretty good. For another test, I've put the temperature sensor onto the heating plate, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put that in the freezer so the whole plate gets cold. Well, I've got the heating plate in. As you can see, the temperature's going down at the moment, so it should switch the heater on, and then hopefully the metal plate will warm up and it will cycle up and down. Oh, it's going down. Another test, and it cycles around about within a couple of degrees, which is good. Well, that test worked extremely well, and it cycles backwards and forwards, switching the heater on and off as the temperature goes up and down, and it makes a tremendous difference. The temperature's rising now because the heater is cutting in. There's obviously quite a big delay from switch on, switch off, because it's what's called thermal mass. You can imagine if something's very cold, it takes quite a while to get warm, and then when it's warm, it takes quite a while to get cold again. So where it's not instant heated and instant cooling. So there we have it, under lab so-called kitchen conditions using the freezer. It seems to work very well, apart from the fact this consumes power when it's not working the element. It's, for its display, and it does the job basically. It does hold its memory, so that's good, and it's not a very scientific test because obviously there's was it 70 litres of water above it, so it's going to take a while. But you've got to remember, we're using a freezer here and we're taking from room temperature into the freezer and expecting it to work, and then back out. In reality, the temperature would drop in degrees over quite a few hours. So when it gets to like minus, the heater will start coming on once it gets to -2, and if the temperature's going down in the night, it might be over 5 or 6 hours. So it will start bringing up the temperature of the water just as slowly as it was getting cold, if you see what I mean. And hope this makes sense. If not, for the cost of the bits, I think the controller was £3. I think the whole thing with the heated panels and the controller, I think the controller was £3, and I think these were £3 or £4 each, so I think it's about £9, something like that, to do in terms of doing this test. So if you want to fool around, these are heat pads. You can buy round ones, square ones, bigger ones, small ones. And so thanks for watching, and please subscribe and like. And there we have the heater pad fitted on the support piece of wood for the tank. I'm just going to drop the tank on, and there's the tank on top, and so the metal straps come around here and here, and the wires can get tucked up at the back for the time being until I do the rest of the wiring. And I should put some form of fixing up here, and these are hidden under the van, and I've run to the controller, or whatever control I'm going to use, maybe just a thermostat. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and share.